super uses Fortify when the shield is gone. Not like all other Orisas seemingly in the World Cup using Fortify with the shield and overlapping it and just wasting the cooldown. This is such a basic thing to do. But it's so good this. So South Korea running Reaper Doom, United States running Reaper Tracer. And I assume with the Tracer, you're looking to just flank with around the shield and how to say, make space for Corey. Moth getting killed by the orb and punch. I wanna take a quick look here. That's just a really good play by Mano. Like on the fly decision to orb the Lucia because the Lucia was off position, and then well, you're not gonna catch Sigma, but you get the Lucia. That's just great decision making, like quick. And then you see Tracer always behind, trying to just be annoying. Now, Architect is dead. This is kind of weird because they had one man up. Well, I know for sure that Bedosian, he's not gonna heal anyone from here. IDK, he can't heal any, yeah, Bedosian. But Bedosian can't walk forward because Corey is there. And Sinatra is close. So Bedosian is just playing safe. He has to. But then Architect overextends. Can't get out. Harper tries to get out.
The objective is now active.
And here's where Tracer is efficient. She can just go in behind the shield. And they need to always keep an eye on Tracer.
Standing ground.
Base dead.
Allow me to repair the damage.
I want to see how Space died here. Oh yeah. He just didn't have eat, and shield was already placed out. He's just surrounded. Yeah, Moth wasn't there because he died, and then once Sigma doesn't have eat, shield already placed, no LOS to break with, economy and edge. Then yeah, that's just solid aggression by South Korea. However, Carp and Manu die because they overextend for the kill on Sigma. What's Sinatra? I knew it. Yeah, he just goes for the pulse bombs here. The spawn camping is super nice because if you get one stagger, so now if South Korea wants to engage, they're not gonna get bongos anymore. And no one paying attention to Corey. Literally no one. Now they do. There's no way Mano is gonna get saved there. Bedosian is dead and it's a lost fight. So now you spend beat on a lost fight and you don't have point. Space dies. Works out. Oh. And then, yeah, then Carpet gets spooked away. Moth uses beat. This is pretty big. Because South Korea, they keep the fight going. They don't reset, right? So if you spend beat here, you keep the fight going. You try to win it. And it's big because Choi can come back with his ult in next fight. Was Moth using beat to save anyone? No, he wasn't. I don't think so, at least, because Corey had already been dead for a long time. So they just run out of numbers there. Now there's the orb. And a new... Well, it looks like you want to set up. You want to set up for Orisa. However, like you can see it's a set play. Because Sinatra goes for the pulse bomb on the ground. And that's how he kills IDK. Really nice play. Because if you think about it, Tracer, you can just blink in, and there's no, how to say, immediate CC other than rock or something, or punch. But those abilities are already gone. Nice. Very well done. Harper flanking. Surprised Raucus is not fading. Oh, he's fading now. Okay. There was a shield behind him though, so he's fine. But then he's forced to use not Bongo's Coalescence because he's low. And Reaper's turning on him. So, yeah. That could have been dealt with way better if you didn't have to use Coalescence. Because then you can use Bongos and Coalescence. Now super... Yeah, super low. And see here. Super uses Fortify when shield is gone. Not like all other Risas seemingly in the World Cup using Fortify with the shield and overlapping it and just wasting the cooldown. This is such a basic thing to do. But it's so good. See, he's able to survive that damage. Then Corey wanted to go for the Death Blossom, was booped back. Well, Mano is killed. Let's see, was all the focus on... Who was all the focus on? Oh, they all turned for Corey. Ah, it's just a good good play. How to say, target focus. Good play in the sense that Corey uses ult and just happens to be that... well, the play is that they aggress with ult, right? But just happens that Corey gets put away and then, yeah, takes all attention. Now there's a beat there. Here, the composition that USA are playing, Widow with Bastion. I've never seen this before. Well, I haven't seen it. I've seen it before, right? There's been like lots of Bastion comps in Overwatch League, but I haven't seen it in World Cup yet. So, stating the obvious, Widow covering from above. Pretty much, it's like a pseudo Pharah, but you don't have to run the Mercy now. And yeah, Bastion is gonna sit here. He's gonna be chilling, free. You have Super ready with Fortify to body block. He's like Secret Service. You have Space, and yeah, he's gonna eat. It's pretty solid comp. And then you have Immortality Field too. You see? Immortality Field and eating. Eating for the Bastion. That's #1 focus. And at the same time, you have Corey here shooting from above. So what the Widow does is you can't, how to say, push it with your shields anymore. You gotta have defensive shields, because if you go far forward here with your shield and you put the shield like up here, the Widow, she's gonna free farm on you, shoot your heads, and realistically speaking, it's very hard for you to push in. And yeah, you're just getting wrecked by the line of sight. Then Architect getting killed there by the slam. Took too much time. So already USA outplaying South Korea. It's a very strong all-around comp, the Widow Bastion, and I think it's because of the map layout it works. It's just a nice touch instead of running Pharah Mercy, since this allows us way stronger ground ground comp. And there's no one who's gonna contest the Widow, so like Corey's gonna be fine. Carpet destroyed by Corey. Yeah. This is just a solid strat. And great players playing a solid strat. Most likely gonna end in a win, right? So now with the Mei switch, I think it's pretty much the same thing as when you're playing versus any Bastion comp. You're just looking for the wall. Here's where Widow comes in. Imagine hitting that head. Imagine just popping IDK like a balloon. Like you just win the fight right there. That's a big nade. Then Orisa is super low. Corey dies to IDK. Missed a few shots there. And this could have gone way better for Team USA, but when you don't get those headshots with Widow, and the enemies are pushing in at the same time, how to say, it comes down to like what can you block with wall, like how clutch can you be with the mortality field. There's limitations, right? And the same thing goes with Pharah. Like if you miss your shots or your rockets while the enemies are pushing in on your Bastion is going to be blocked for a few seconds. So you need a way to like compensate that, and that's what the Widow pick was doing. Sometimes, yeah, you just don't get it. Like the shots, I mean. Then they switched to Reaper Doomfist because it's really difficult to push out with Bastion and Widow versus Mei Reaper, so yeah. Sinatra going all in.
Cease your resistance.
I'm surprised he's not rocked here. Or orbed in place. By Mano. Because they can see the Doomfist moving in.
Get into position.
Mano standing still. It feels like South Korea are on different pages because Mano doesn't even get beat here because he was inside of the shield there. He wanted to damage and protect the bongos. Yeah. So Mano is gonna die here most likely, if I remember it correctly. No, he doesn't die. Mistake by USA, I think. Or then dies. They end up split. It's a reset. Hey Pick, does this mean for Overwatch League teams don't have to go for full Korean roster since teams can beat Koreans in the metagame? Or do you think Korean players will still be favored? I think the Korean culture is the reason why Korea is doing so well. Like it's almost proven in every other game. Like take League of Legends for example. When you take a Korean player to a Western team, the Korean is going to be a good, like a nice short-term boost. But over time, that Korean player is gonna fall off in comparison to full Korean rosters, right? Or players in full Korean rosters, and that's because they become, how to say, integrated into the Western culture, which is not as, how to say, it doesn't develop players as how to say, as quicker or as stronger. It's not as harsh. It's way more relaxed in Western culture. But yeah, it's not necessary to have a harsh cultures and all, because take Team USA for example, really good players, really solid strats. I'd say you don't need full Korean rosters at all. Let's just rewatch the fight here a tiny bit. Okay, bongos. Die. Then wait, Carpe uses ult but gets pulled back in. Okay, so if am I understanding this correctly? Carpe uses ult, gets pushed back. Right, he's pushed back, but then Super warps him forward, potentially killing himself. He's like, oh shit, oh no. Ruins the push for Sinatra. That's just unfortunate. Yeah, it's very scuffed. And then Space using his ult in a lost fight. In my opinion, this is a lost fight. Because there's no way you're gonna get enough damage when they land. And now you don't have any win conditions. Well, you have some, but not... Like a strong win condition just disappeared. Sometimes you make those bad decisions though. You take an early choke engage here as South Korea. You keep control of the fight. There's the beat. Because Sigma used his ult, means you can go aggressive with the beat. Ori with the ult. That's a nasty ult, but frozen. Ori dead. Way better trade for South Korea than it is for United States. However, Sinatra cleaning up.
Cease your resistance.
Warp to keep them in place. Then Mei ult comes in. And with the Mei ult, Super has to back out. But it's important to kill the bongos. Now backing out. Unfortunate wall. He should be backing up the stairs in my opinion. Not to point. Because there's no one on point. However, we have that information. We don't know if he has. So he made I think he made the right decision in the moment from his perspective. Choi should die. He's dead. Karpa killing him off. And you just lose. Yeah, you lose it at numbers. Really nice blizzard by South Korea. And wall. Okay, mirror comps. Early shield by South Korea means that Super can go for the aggressive shield. Then off angles from both teams with Sigma. That's a nice setup by Mano. The orb into slam. They're definitely looking to be more aggressive. Like this is the influence from Krusty, I think. Like Krusty likes these aggressive plays. Nice. It's very efficient. Okay. Okay. They tried to dodge the punch, I guess. So now 45 used. Oh, I think Super wanted to take the punch. Just missed. Oh, I don't know. I don't know if he intentionally wanted to go for the punch or because his shield is far forward and you have to fortify in order to not die. It could be both, actually. Raucus took the punch, though. Ended up dying. Carp in the back line. And then full focus on Super. Now, Super leaving the shields is I'd say... I think it's the right thing, yeah. Because Sigma shield is gonna die. His shield is gonna die. And you don't have enough shields to dance with until the Doomfist comes in. Just a nice punch by Architect at the start of the fight, taking out Raucus, deleting all the heals. Then spawn fight. Just a brawl. There's not much to comment here more than... Well, there is actually stuff to comment. There's beat being used here. After killing Super and then Sinatra dying. Oh, this is interesting. Well, when I commented on this live, I said that if they kill Space really early, they shut down the ult gain for him. And then they get away with using the beat here for another fight, and then Space is going to be using his ult essentially in 2 fights from now. And by then, they might as well have beat. So now, next fight, if South Korea wants to, they can use Choi's ult before Space even gets ult charge, which it should do here. However, going in for Bongos plus Reaper ult, it's totally fine. And then because Reaper ult came in, Moff has to use beat. And that's now a free ult for Choi. Super good. It's so good by South Korea. Like the fight before this sets up this win. That's pre-demark Krusty. I mean, yo, thank you for the follow. It's that proactive thinking that he likes to coach. And you can see it in United States too, like in the shock players. And they want to punish Sinatra because he didn't get back out. Didn't quite get him though. Oh yeah, they did actually get him. So now, you see, by the time a Space uses ult, IDK doesn't have beat, right? I mentioned that he might have beat, but he doesn't have beat because it was quick fights. And he didn't do much damage or healing. Well, he did some healing, but yeah, you get the point. You're pretty safe here. They take the choke fight before Space gets up an opportunity to use his flux. And by the time he uses it, now, if you just have enough healing, like basic healing, like Moira Orb, Moira Heal, Lucia Amp, or even Fortify and stuff, you don't need a beat. Ocean killed, that's unfortunate. And now you have to play defensive. So the orb there was in order to... the orb from Mano might have seemed like, oh, this is a 900 IQ play for Architect or whatever. But I think it just was him trying to cut line of sight here by this corner. While Space was chasing. Then Architect, IDK, Carpe getting kills. Just coming from behind while Team USA chases. And yeah, I think here South Korea just outpaces Team USA.